And I think this is how we really think as a lawyer, because that's exactly the way I was looking at it. So, on the one hand, we have, after the aftermath, in which the Patna High Court comes out clearly and says that there is no forensic, scientific, direct evidence and acquits the accused. And on the other hand, in the last film, which was on death penalty, to make an example of, if we draw connections to the Indian scenario, we have an Afzal Guru who is executed for circumstantial evidence. So the way the judiciary perceives each case is based on such different standards, and they have no humanity involved in them. That's one of the first things that you realize after you get out of law school and get into the real world of practice, that there is such a huge disconnect between human rights, the values of humanity, of justice, that you perceive law is there to dispense, the judiciary is there to dispense, and actual reality. Because the actual reality is very grim, just like the last film that I think is dying to be made in the Indian context. It should be made in the Indian context, because we are faced with an even more grim situation when it comes down to the Indian scenario. What Veena was saying about, the stark contrast between what you expect out of, the prosecution, the law, the judiciary, all arms of the state, and how justice is delivered in the country is so contrasting, and it is so hypocritical that you don't know how to sometimes relate that with justice for your own clients. This I talk as a lawyer. On the one hand, you have rampant judicial delay. On the other hand, decisions, the trial court decisions, where you don't have good representation, even of death penalty, are made so quickly. There was one trial in Maharashtra in which death penalty was awarded in 15 days. So there is a huge contrast between what we see in the law books and what we see in practice. And that is the first aspect of it that hits you. Your movie on acid attack was, it was so touching in a very, because it was poetic, I guess. Sometimes we need that, that cultural and that, that emotional feel which comes only from poetry, from music, to connect with the issue. The whole issue of identity being lost, and the crisis that a person faces to not be able to recognize themselves is such a huge crisis, because when we see even the smallest change in us, we take such a long time to accept it, and to be disfigured, and to have to face the ostracism, the criticism, the most importantly, sometimes I think the pity, the indifference, the startled looks, I think is a very big stigma to live with. I mean, it gives hope, and it's celebratory. So I think that this entire mix of the four films was just so right, and to end it on that grim note of to make an example of, I think that's going to take me some time to overcome to begin with.
This concept of the acid attack came on 1st May 2012 when in Bandra, Preeti Rathi was attacked. And what happened, the print media, the Mumbai Mirror, what they did, after she was hospitalized, um, she has written some of the notes in the hospital notepad, that whether I'll be able to look beautiful again. And she got a new job, and it was the day when she was about to join, and just an hour or a couple of hours before she was attacked. So and then she's because the acid enters all the food pipe and all, you can't speak. So she was scribbling continuously about and asking about the family. So what, how this treatment is going on, whether I'll lose my job and all these things. And I looked at those notes and I thought, what it is all about. Means as a society, this is happening within our society, within our home. And so what came out was the concept of the virupan. We call it disfigurement, the loss of identity. And after that, I tried to contact some of the acid attack survivor. So then I remember in the beginning Feb in 2012, I signed a petition of this sale of acid attack should not be public. And when you buy some acid or something for any of the purpose, you have to give your identity proof and all. And it was done by Lakshmi, and she is from Ghaziabad, and she was attacked when she was 16. And then she became a activist of stop acid attacks. And in that point I met Alok Dikshit, her husband. Now her husband. Then I contacted Lakshmi through social networking sites. But while doing all the research, I never asked about her experience after being attacked. I was just being a friend to her, and sometimes we chat. Sometimes she used to call also in 1 or 2 months. And the project was about 3 to 4 months. Research went 3 months, and the execution was around 80 days to 70 days all around. So then there was one more case of Sonali Mukherjee, and she is the first woman who applied for euthanasia, because the acid was poured on her whole body, and she can't live. And so she appealed to court that she should be given this, what the concept of euthanasia. And another was Shirin Joale. And then she used to run in the beginning the Palash Foundation, means the all the victims of the acid attack or burn or the slashing of the face, they used to go to home and support them. And then that data came that 9,000 people are there, but you never see them around. So finally everything came as that disfigurement, and we are doing the same in the society, and then we are opposing it and we are asking questions to them. And this was the process. I thought, because it is an animation, and animation, for 1 second of animation you have to do 12 to 15 drawings. So it was a big process, and you can't take it for 10-15 minutes. I had a 5 minutes of time and a limited. So I thought of not showing the violence in that 5 minutes. Instead of supporting the cause with a sense of introspection after you watch it, so that you question yourself whether it is right or wrong. And whenever you see someone in a bus or a public transport or wherever, you just go and sit beside them and talk hi, hello, and all this thing. This was the only motivation that made me this film. That was not a very bigger context, because it was a college project. So briefly I can say it was just based on a simple humanity. And I'm a believer of that. So that's all.
It's always done as a lecture method, and they always feel like you're talking down to them, which they don't like at all. I mean, these films are so powerful, and somewhere there is that a little bit of distance from a thing, and I think one should genuinely work towards.
Thanks, Smriti, for organizing this, firstly. I do agree with most people in the room that the films are talking to each other, and that's wonderful. For me, there were some issues which came up about representation. In terms of, what I liked about your film, Abhishek, was that, you revealed what was happening in the end, and I thought that moment of realization. But it's also interesting because animation, and I'm saying this, I'm sure it's a redundant statement, animation can, even though it's a medium which has been used to, frivolously, or cartoons, or it can be so poignant, and that's the beautiful thing that brought out in your film. But, contrasting it with the other film, I found this really interesting part where this woman is talking about a husband who raped her daughter. And there are these tight close-ups of her face, of her daughter's face, and the husband's face is blacked out. So I found that really interesting, because when you talk about issues of rape and representation and how will you show an acid victim and how will you show a rape victim, that really struck me, and I'm really intrigued. I would like to know about it, if maybe Smriti can throw some more light on it, why that was done, or it disturbed me deeply. And I just felt even the other film about the death penalty was very poetic. And you could get, but the women were they were talking about this, in such detail about how they chopped this thing part off, that part off. And how did the filmmaker, decide to make that film so, I don't know, confrontational, almost brutal? And I feel the subtext there for me was something I was questioning, and I was in doubt. I don't know if other people felt that, but so I don't know. Smriti, anybody can choose to answer this.